Hello guys, welcome to my channel. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Sol, and those of you who do, welcome back. In today's video, I wanted to share with you some tips that have worked for me on how to improve my sleep and get to sleep faster. So for years, I was suffering from a really bad sleeping pattern. I wouldn't be able to get to sleep properly. Once I did, I kept suffering from sleep paralysis, which happens mostly because you're tired. And so I did a lot of research on how to improve my sleep, how to get to sleep faster, on how I could fall asleep. I'd be in bed and I'd be tossing and turning for hours, and then I'd start doing that thing, you know, where you calculate how many hours you've got until you get up. 7 hours, 6 hours, 4.5 hours. If I get to sleep within the next 10 minutes, I've still got 3 hours. And then I'd work it out that physiologically I'll need certain number of hours for my body to function, and then my mind would drift off somewhere else. It was just horrific, really bad. And then when I did sleep, I'd have nightmares, or I'd suffer from sleep paralysis, which I touched on. And sleep paralysis is when for me, it felt like my entire body was just frozen. I was in a state of sleep and awake, yet I couldn't move, like nothing could move. I'd feel something really heavy on me, and the only thing that would begin to move initially would be either a toe or a hand, so an extremity. So I'd focus really hard on that, kind of like a Kill Bill moment. Focus really hard on that and then get the rest of the body moving. But it was horrific, and it went on for ages. Then the nightmares were so bad that when I was in university, my housemate would sometimes knock on my door, like quite hard, to wake me up because I'd be crying so loud. Or if I was at home, so when I'd go home, the first couple of nights where I was at home, I'd have nightmares, but once I was settled, I was okay. So it came to a point where I used to get Sevi to sleep next to me because I'd missed her so much, and she couldn't handle sleeping next to me because initially it'd be like, oh, Sol, wake up, you're having a nightmare. 10 minutes later, Sol, wake up, you're having a nightmare. By the end of it, it'd be like, oh, Sol, come on. And obviously I couldn't help it, and she couldn't help it because she had to sleep. So long story short, here are some tips on how you can sleep better. I do sleep a lot better now, like a lot, like you would not believe. It's fantastic. And so I tried hypnosis, I've tried different, like drinking different things, you name it, I tried it. Honestly, like everything under the sun. And the things that I've tried that work for me is that I won't have energy drinks or caffeinated drinks after a certain hour. So after about 6, I won't have a coffee. So I might have tea, which I know has caffeine in it, but I won't have coffee. I won't have anything like Red Bull. I still drink a Diet Coke, and I know that's caffeinated, but I won't have that. I don't smoke, but if you smoke, they advise you not to smoke. So I don't smoke shisha before going into bed. What else? So good sleep hygiene is very important. So your bed has to be something that you enjoy getting into. So you have to have clean bed sheets, a clean, comfortable bed. That's vital. Try not to take your phone to bed with you, or any other laptops or anything. I digress, but I even did a course on sleep at university. So my course was on sleep apnea, which is when you don't breathe for some seconds when you're sleeping. However, it did touch on different topics, and one of the things that they talk about is sleep hygiene. So making sure that you go to bed at a decent hour, ensuring that your bed sheets are clean like we discussed, your bed's comfortable, you don't take any form of technology, so like telephone, iPad, laptop, anything into bed with you. Use a different alarm. You know, do you remember the old school alarms? Use one of those to, like, if you need to wake up for the morning, or just have enough willpower to put your phone on silent and don't touch it. The other thing that they touched on, so your sleeping attire, make sure that you're sleeping in something comfortable, cotton preferably, if you like sleeping in clothes. If not, if you sleep naked, then sleep naked, so be it. But comfortable clothing. Do not do anything in your bed that is not sleep or relations. So don't eat in bed. Don't do your homework in bed. It's harder when you've only got a few rooms in your house, say for example a bedroom and a kitchen and a living area. But try not to spend your social hours or your wake hours in bed. So avoid that. In terms of getting to sleep, so for ages I would watch different hypnosis videos. I'm a great fan of hypnosis, you know that if you've seen my previous videos. However, whenever I'd watch the hypnosis videos, I would still find it hard to go to sleep. So where it was imagine that you're walking down steps. I don't know, 150 steps later, I'm still walking, you know, counting. I'm still counting, God knows how long later. And the sleep I would get afterwards, when I'd eventually fall to sleep, would be quite deep, so it would be nice. So in that sense, the hypnosis was really nice, but it would still take me so long to get to sleep. So then I started reading more into it. I tried chamomile tea, I tried washing my feet before going to bed, you know, having a bath, having a shower, not watching this, not watching that, watching this, watching that, you know, so much. And the best thing that's worked for me is going through the memory of that day in itself. When you think of the past, you get upset. So the past brings up it makes you sad. When you think of the future, it makes you anxious. But going through that one single day in your mind, like literally, I woke up, I checked my phone, turned my alarm off, checked the BBC app, checked the Al Jazeera app, went to the restroom, washed my face, brushed my teeth, literally step by step, you know, wore this dressing gown. Play it all in your mind really slowly, and you'll find that A, it's really calming, and B, it really does work. You fall asleep in no time. So for me, that really worked. Try not to eat too much before going to bed either. I find that it almost makes me feel uncomfortable, and if I drink too much, I need to get up and then go to the restroom. It kind of disturbs that pattern. I read somewhere that if you don't go to sleep within 10 minutes, that 10-minute window of when you're tired, it then takes your body a further 2 hours to get to that. So make sure that as soon as you feel tired, get to bed, just go to sleep. Don't hang around. Don't say 15 minutes, half an hour. Get to bed straight away. And try not to nap during the day. It's so hard not to nap. It was so hard for me not to nap when I'd come home from uni, especially if I'd not managed to sleep much the previous night. It'd be so hard for me, but I'd really try to avoid it. But it'd be cases where I'd not slept for a few days, you know, like just few hours here and there, and I'd try hard not to nap during the day as well, and then in the evening I still couldn't fall asleep. But as soon as I've discovered this, where you go through your actual day step by step, it's worked miracles. It's fantastic. It's really nice, because it really is a case that when I'd think about the future, either a test that I'd have or something that I need to prepare for, my mind would be really anxious of it. Someone once told me to write a list of tomorrow's list, like tomorrow, what I need to do tomorrow, so like a to-do list for tomorrow. I tried it, that didn't really work for me, but that could be one that could work for you. Make sure that your bed is situated in a place where you're comfortable, you know, that you're actually comfortable with the whole layout of your room. You know, invest a little if you need be in a nicer pillow, in a nicer throw, in clean sheets. Ensure that you're changing your bed sheets regularly. But good sleep hygiene, get into that state of wanting to go to sleep, brush your teeth, get into bed and go through the day's routine. Guys, I hope this helps. If it does, please give this video a thumbs up and share with us what you do to get to sleep faster and to improve your sleep. Okay, hope you're all well. Thank you for watching. Bye.